Hey everybody, welcome to the Kyle and Not Kyle Show, Week 12 recap. We got a couple more games this week that we're recapping just because it was Thanksgiving. On Thursday you have the 3-game slate. I'm going to be honest, it was really rough watching the Bears-Lions game because you go from the best game I have ever watched of football on Monday night
Oh, yeah.
to
Rams.
Bears Lions without Mitch Trubisky. I think that would have been a completely different game if Trubisky played.
Oh, I think they would have beat him.
They would have put another 30 points.
All I
20
know is
points
the
on
amount of
him.
money that they're paying Stafford. I'm getting sick of these guys they pay this amount of money to. Why don't they have Mahomes numbers? Why don't they have Breeze
Yeah.
numbers? What was the other one? One pick.
Rogers has one
Rodgers has
interception.
one. Okay, he's actually getting paid.
Yeah.
So, but all these other guys
yeah.
are paying. It's like, okay, you threw 2 picks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think that Lions are going to move on from Stafford. Whether it be they draft a quarterback in this draft class, which is a very weak quarterback draft class this year.
Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. You didn't think it was that strong this last year. And Mayfield is
jury
kicking
outside
ass.
of Mayfield, for me,
I don't think
the jury is still
the guy
out.
for the Jets. He's not bad. He's got a
No,
horrible team.
he's got and exactly, but like Josh Allen, not sold on him.
He's got a
Rosen,
worse
not
team.
sold on him.
Rosen doesn't look that bad.
No.
And remember, Rosen has the Cardinals have in the entire NFL the most depleted offensive line.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, no.
Well, it's not an agreement.
No, I know.
They have
I know,
nobody.
right.
I think they've got one guy that was on the second team.
Yeah.
They've got guys off their practice squad.
No, and I do get that. But yeah, no, I wasn't high, but I did make the comment that this year's draft last year that class was going to be better than this class, and that is still true. Interesting note. I was looking it up. Lions only had 3 players that had more than 50 yards.
Oh, they looked horrible. They looked absolutely horrible.
Blunt. Sorry, OSU had a quarterback named Blount, and so I keep on saying the wrong one. Blunt had 88 rushing yards, 15 receiving. Actually, had a great catch for the 15 yards. Theo Riddick had 48 receiving and 12 rushing, and then Kenny Galladay had 90 yards receiving. That's it. I think they had 3 or 4 other guys that had like double digit. But
They didn't beat a team at home who didn't have a starting quarterback.
Yeah. Bears had no players with more than 50 yards.
No, they didn't have their starting
But
quarterback.
they had 8 players that had double-digit yards.
They didn't have their starting,
Yep.
and it's at home.
Yep.
And it's a nationally televised game.
Yep.
And they played awful.
Yep.
They played,
played terrible.
absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
Move on. That was
Yeah. So we'll go to the Fox game, the middle of the day game. Redskins at Cowboys.
another awful game.
It went as expected. I don't think many people thought Redskins did better than I thought they were going to.
The defense looked pretty decent.
Yeah, McCoy threw 2 touchdowns, but he threw 3 interceptions to go with that.
Yeah, he looked a bunch of times like. Well, I can't remember what they were saying exactly.
It's his first
but
start since 2014.
Not just that, he didn't, because of the short week. They have some kind of way that it's laid out. He didn't get any snaps with the starters.
Yeah, because
And
it's
I'm
all
just going-
walkthrough stuff. There's
yeah.
no actual
Yeah, I was just
physical
going,
boom
man.
boom. Yeah, no. So yeah, I mean that we've talked about before. This Cowboys defense. I mean they got playmakers at all 3 levels. DeMarcus Lawrence on the line. Leighton Vander Esch, he's gonna be getting Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I think Lee's.
I think they specifically drafted Vander Esch to replace Lee. I don't think they expected it to happen this year, but it has.
Oh, sure they did. He hasn't won his last time. Lee did a whole season.
Right. And then Jalen Smith keeps improving. And then I love this guy. He came out of Colorado 2 years ago. Chidobe Awuzie. He's a safety for him. Guy has speed. He's all over the field. And he's one of those guys that he's a little bit on the short side, but he has the skill you want most in a safety. Has a nose for the ball.
Oh, what I want to say is somebody level somebody. Just absolutely hit him so hard they don't want to
Which
get
he hit. He actually packs a punch for being a short guy. Amari Cooper, 180 yards on 8 receptions with 2 touchdowns. He helped open up the running game for Elliott, who had 121 yards with 2 touchdowns. And he only got 25 yards on 2 catches, but Blake Jarwin, the rookie tight end, he looked good. So I could see them maybe trying to get him a little more involved in the running game or in the passing game.
Oh, it's gonna be Cooper.
But
Cooper adds a dimension they didn't have.
he does, because they were constantly keeping the tight end.
The other thing was,
back
if you notice,
to block for the
he
run.
didn't. Prescott didn't hit him 45 yards down the.
No.
It was within 20,
Yeah.
and then he just ran.
Yeah.
I was still going, okay, can Prescott throw a 45-yard pass if they need to? And it's
Don't
like,
think so.
okay.
Moving on to the game that was the best of the 3, in my opinion. Even though it was kind of a blowout, Saints finally got some payback for all the prime times on the road,
This year,
close
for me,
games.
there's 4 or 5 teams that I can't wait to watch that game. And the Saints are one of those teams. Just going, I want to see what they do.
Yeah. Guess how many rushing yards the Saints allowed?
Allowed under 100.
26 yards.
Well, here's the thing.
That's their fewest
when you're
in 30
getting
years.
your ass handed to you, you're not running the ball.
No.
Even the Rams pretty much abandoned
Right.
the run when they
Um,
played New Orleans.
Which this is interesting. Speaking of that, Matt Ryan had 377 yards passing. That's twice as many as Breeze, who had 171. But the Falcons only scored 17.
Well, some of that was junk.
Yeah. Well, they scored a field goal
And
in the first half.
150 some odd yarder to
Yeah,
Julio Jones.
and then it was 1 touchdown in the third, 1 touchdown in the fourth.
That's the beauty that New Orleans has right now, is you can run the ball. They could have just ran the ball the whole game,
Yep.
and they're still going to score 24
Yep.
points. Oh, and by the way, if we need to, you have a Hall of Fame
Right.
quarterback to come in if
Right.
you need to throw for 600 yards. He can do it.
I will not be surprised if Dan Quinn moves on from offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian. He never really looked like a good fit with Matt Ryan. He took over after Kyle Shanahan went to the Niners. I don't know who could come in to replace him, but they've got to get someone else because this offense has never been the same since that season.
What season? When they went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
It wasn't that way before that season. That was Matt Ryan's best season,
Yeah, and
hands
it was
down
him
in
with
his
Kyle
career.
Shanahan.
Well, the second half of that Super Bowl was also with him and Kyle Shanahan, where they didn't. Hey, I got an idea. Let's throw nothings. Nothing. I will throw nothing.
28-3.
I know what we can do.
28-3.
We cannot run the ball at all.
Yeah, not run the ball 3
and
straight
I know.
times.
Let's run up to the line and
Yeah.
hurry up and do a quick
Yeah.
snaps when we
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah, here, let's snap the ball
so
when there's still 20 seconds on the play clock.
I think they are hands down the most underachieving team
Yep.
in the NFL. They should be 10-6 every year. Just
I get losing
just on
Devonta
paper.
Freeman hurts you, but you still have Tevin Coleman. You still have
No,
Julio
you-
Jones,
you
Calvin
just
Ridley,
go,
Mohamed
okay.
Sanu.
A defense on the other side. We're just gonna pass the ball.
Yep.
Stop us.
Yeah.
And they, I don't know. I just think they're very underachieving.
Oh, I agree. But yeah, so I mean, Saints right now. I think they're better than the Rams. They look like the team to beat in the NFC.
Oh, I go if they have a much harder schedule than the Rams.
Oh, very much so. Very much so.
They can't lose.
Nope.
They lose one more game.
They're
The Rams
2 seed.
have home field,
Yep.
and I think that is what it's going to come to. And in that dome, those guys are going to be almost unstoppable.
Mhm.
And if they go to the Rams, it's a different.
Mhm.
It's a
Oh yeah.
totally different.
No, I agree. Browns versus Bengals.
I'm just going to go out and say this right now. There are 2 teams in the NFL. If I am a coach, I do not want to face. It's Cleveland and it's Seattle. Because those guys are playing balls to the walls. Like, we're going out every play. I don't know if did you watch the Browns Bengals game?
I watched highlights.
Okay, they got a tight end. He's a big guy.
Oh yeah.
He jumps in the air to try to do it. And he's like 4 yards. I'm going, what are you trying to do? Now, this is the difference between this game and 5 games ago.
Mm-hmm.
His offensive line comes in,
carried him.
He looked like he's third, like it's a celebration of him like this.
And they're
shoving
carrying
4
him.
yards into the end zone for a touchdown. I'm going, okay, that's weird
Yeah.
and impose our will on you.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
thing is,
I think the players wanted to win this game.
I'm thinking if Williams was the coach from day one, we might be talking about Mahomes and Mayfield,
Yep, I completely
not just
agree.
Mahomes.
And I think
They just launch the ball so fast. I'm going for football.
Yeah.
Barring the injuries, those 2 guys are good for football
Yep.
because they've got fast releases. A couple of guys, I was just going, Colt McCoy. I was going, you don't have the arm to be a quarterback. It's too slow getting out there. It's just too slow getting out there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That defense
This
just-
looks like a completely different team
Yes. and-
because these players, in my opinion, just based off again what I've seen throughout the season, throughout Hard Knocks and everything, kind of getting that behind a little bit of a behind the door look. Williams is holding guys accountable. He's pushing them. He's not
He's
just
a
kind of
defensive
letting.
guy.
He's not just kind of letting them coast like Q
But-
was. It's you do your job, or there's the door.
that might be.
It's not,
I don't know.
we'll get it next
I think
week,
it's.
man.
I think it's a lot of times the team takes on the personality of the coach.
Yeah.
Williams got suspended for bounties,
Mhm.
so you have an intense, violent guy wanting to be the coach. So she's going, okay, there should be a vicious team, and they're a pretty vicious
Oh,
team.
I loved Demarius Randall when he got the interception.
Okay,
Goes right into the sideline, hands the ball right to Hugh
but he
Jackson.
didn't have to go very far. He only
No,
went
no,
2 yards.
because he went. That's where he got
Yeah,
out of bounds,
I
and
don't-
I think it was just. Oh, here you go. I loved it. I didn't really like Baker's comments post game about Hugh quit on him. No, he was fired. He should have been fired.
Well, no, but you don't know what. Maybe he was going. It's okay if we lose. You don't know what was being said. You cannot have the guy lead, the head coach lead, and it's like you have a new team. And he said that we have the same players. It's true. Go
What was
back
it?
and look
He
5
said something
weeks
about
ago.
he said something about now we have guys calling the plays now that we have that we trust
Which
or that we have faith in. I'm
okay.
like, oh,
no, that's Todd Haley.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure that was just a ding on.
Oh, I think it was
Hugh
a ding on
Jackson.
both of them.
Yeah, but no one's talking about Todd Haley.
No.
Because Mayfield wasn't. He had nothing to do with the defense.
Yeah.
I just that team.
Jimmy Haslam. I know this is against your nature.
Haslett?
Haslam.
Oh, okay. I think you say Jimmy Haslett. He
No,
was-
no,
he's
no, yeah,
defensive
no,
guy, too.
no. You have your new head coach.
I
I'm sorry. You have your new head coach. He is your interim head coach. Remove the interim tag and keep him. He has got these guys playing hard football.
I wouldn't take that away because that's the driving force right now.
No.
I would keep that up just daily.
No. That's what I'm saying. Keep the interim tag this season.
Yeah.
Remove it the first day of the postseason or the first day after your season's over. Remove it. Give it to him.
They play, and like I said, I don't want to play them right now. I
No.
just would not want to. I don't
No,
care
I
who.
wouldn't either. No.
Maybe New Orleans or one of these
Yeah.
teams that are
Yeah.
gonna beat them anyways.
Yeah.
But they play Baltimore. They play.
They play the Bengals once more.
The Bengals are done. Dalton hurt his finger again.
Yeah,
That's one of those.
done.
Anytime the starting
Bye-bye.
quarterback is, unless you're Chicago playing Detroit, you it's like okay, you're supposed to lose.
Right.
The I can't remember who they play, but they play 2 or 3 teams that are still in the hunt, and I'm going. I think they're going to beat them. Oh, Houston! I could see. Not saying they will beat Houston.
I have.
But I'm not going to be going. That's ridiculous.
In fact, that's one of the games we're picking this week,
yeah.
and I'll get into who I'm picking
That's-
later. But yeah.
that's-
Yeah. So moving to the Sunday night game, Packers at Vikings.
Is that the only one that we had?
Yeah, that was only because we had the 3 games. So we had Browns at
Yep.
Bengals. Yeah. This was the Kirk Cousins the Vikings were paying for. 29 on 38 with 342 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean that, I was impressed. Thielen, I think he only caught like 1 ball in the first half, and then he caught 7.
I know
Have-
you've talked about this pretty much all season. You think McCarthy's going to go?
He's not the problem.
No, he is not,
He's
the,
not
problem.
the problem,
And I'm
but
going.
I
He's
think
going to
he-
land on his feet somewhere.
Oh,
And I'm going. Okay, that.
you know who I think would be smart to go after him?
Tampa Bay.
Yes, Tampa Bay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, he gets. It's like you texted me. They punt it on 4th and 2 in Seattle. He gets criticized for it. They go for it on 4th and 1 or whatever.
Less than 1.
Yeah, 4th and less than 1 and don't get it, and he's criticized. Like, he just did what you were mad at him for doing 2 weeks ago or last week, and now you're getting mad at him for doing it.
And the thing in the NFL is nothing is guaranteed.
No.
And I don't know why. I just don't know why. You have Rodgers is over 6 feet. Why it's not a quarterback sneak? I just don't understand this.
Yeah.
You're going to let the linebackers get a running start towards the line, and then guess what? They stop it.
Yeah. For me, here's the thing. Also, this is one thing I've noticed. I've thought Rodgers' body language this season has been horrible, especially over the last few weeks. He's overthrown guys. He's underthrown guys. I mean, you're the one that threw the ball. Like, there was one against, I can't remember who it was. It may have been Equimania St. Brown, one of their rookie wide receiver, that he completely threw the ball like 2 yards behind him. And he's going like this, expecting it to be, and he doesn't get it, and Rodgers just kind of looks at it.
Yeah, but you don't know if he was supposed to turn up or turn back.
No, but this is happening consistently. You can't tell me every receiver is running the wrong route every time.
Rodgers is not having bad games. He's not throwing for 121 yards and 9 picks. He's
No.
having good to
Yeah.
phenomenal games. They're just not winning.
No.
They're not winning. I don't know what the thing is why they're not winning. They're not winning.
No.
He's not having bad games.
No, he's not having bad games.
I don't know what the problem is with these guys. And I don't think it's one.
There's a disconnect. I think those two have just kind of given up on each other, McCarthy and Rodgers.
But what's the disconnect?
I don't know.
Well, you can't say it's a disconnect.
I don't know if it. I
if you
honestly
can't
think
say why
it's.
you think it's a disconnect.
I don't know if it has to do with them still getting rid of Jordy. If it's still them getting rid of Jordy.
That was Devontae Adams. That guy's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, he 1,000 yards for like the 4th straight year or whatever.
In
week 12.
But McCarthy didn't get rid of Jordy Nelson.
No.
That's the thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're they're losing games 3 or 4 years ago. They would have won.
Yep.
That's what it is. I don't know what it is because him to Devontae Adams is Deshaun Watson to DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy catches everything in their deep balls.
Yeah. So
And their running game wasn't that bad.
they only had 81 yards rushing, but the Vikings only had 91 yards.
Yes,
rushing.
that's not. And I'm going, okay, their defense didn't look that bad. They're just not winning the games.
Yeah. It's bizarre for me. I can't
And
figure it out.
the one guy that they got to be a difference maker has made no impact whatsoever.
Jimmy Graham.
Absolutely no impact whatsoever.
I think he
in
didn't.
Seattle.
He didn't get he wasn't even on the field until like halfway through the second quarter
I don't know. He
for his
the
first snap or whatever.
Non-factor the whole year.
Yeah. Because Packers on defense, they have 2 rookie cornerbacks. They're playing just fine.
Right, and they got rid of Dix. That was the other thing. I was going, but that didn't.
Who's he with now?
Redskins.
That's right, with the Redskins. Yeah. I don't know what the Packers do to fix it, but I mean something.
I don't know actually what's wrong.
That's the thing is I don't think anyone can quite put their finger on what is wrong. What is wrong with the Packers this year?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Moving on to the Monday night game, Titans at Texans, AFC South matchup. Titans have been blown out their last 2 games by a combined score of 72 to 27. It was 34-10 or 38-10 last week and 34-17.
Who they play? Indianapolis.
Yeah, so 2 straight back-to-back division matchups. And yeah, they're the 3rd best team in that division. Houston, Indy, them, Jacksonville.
See, I think Jacksonville is literally one player away from being back in the contention.
Quarterback.
But that you can say about any.
Yeah. Mariota, 22 of 23 last night for 303 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but it's what I told you that Vrabel said, which is total Bill Parcells.
Stats are stats, wins are wins.
Yep.
I love.
I just went, okay,
that.
I'm going to be paying attention to him from now on.
Oh,
That's what you want to hear a coach say.
Yep.
Not, he did great.
Yeah. Bit of a quiet night for Hopkins. We were talking about him. Only 74 yards. But that's okay because
that
Demaryius
running-
Thomas got the touchdowns.
And that running
Oh.
back.
How demoralizing for a team. You go for it on 4th and 1 in the red zone or on the 20 or whatever. You don't get it. Turn the ball over on downs. The very next play, he runs for like a 90-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Ouch. That's hard to respond. Tennessee just couldn't.
Well, here's what I'm getting tired of. They're doing these next gen stats, and I'm going, okay, statistics are fine, but there's a lot of teams that have been missing 4th and 1.
Yep.
When you get 3 points, they would have got 3 points on the kickoff, and you would have negated that touchdown.
Yep.
That's a 10-point swing.
Yep.
Whoop, it's a different game.
Bingo.
It's a whole different game.
Bingo. And here's another thing. Watson lost that fumble. That ball was out before he hit the ground.
Which, when he fell in,
When he fell and he landed on his elbow, that ball was loose.
well, he still had a hold of it.
It was moving.
Yeah,
It was out before he.
that's not what the ref said.
But okay.
That's
so
not enough to
no,
overturn.
No,
That's
no,
what it
no,
was. Wasn't enough to overturn.
So Terry McCauley, Gene Steratore. I follow a bunch of the former referees on Twitter and
Former
stuff.
referees that now don't make any bad calls.
No.
That's how I look. Like Mike Pereira, I remember watching. He made some
I know.
horrible
I
calls
know.
when he was an actual ref.
I know. Every single one of them. Triplett, McCauley, Steratore, Pereira, Blandino, all of them said that should have been ruled a fumble. Said that should have been overturned. I mean, Vrabel was furious on the sideline. He was screaming at the official.
Yeah, one play does not lose. a
No. But how much of a difference? Titans would have gotten the ball.
No,
Who's to
that
say they couldn't have
field
made a
goal,
drive?
the one
Yeah, no.
because it didn't have.
No.
What actually happened? They went for it on 4th and 1, didn't get it, and then the other team scored a touchdown off a run. That could have
Yeah.
been totally avoided.
Oh yeah.
The other thing, it's a call.
Oh, I
like
know.
I told you before,
I know.
10 points and 4 bad calls. Anytime you go somewhere else, that's what you got to expect.
No, but that's also a 7-point swing there because the Titans scored on that drive, or the Texans scored on that drive. Who knows what would happen if Tennessee had gotten the ball? That crew is going to be downgraded for that call because they grade every official during their performance for a game. And so that crew is going to get a little negative sign right there for
Yeah,
that call.
it's my understanding all that stuff gets called in the That's what they all Blandino, all these guys. That's what they have all said. The guy on the field is not saying anything.
No, it's the
it
guy
goes
in the
to New
replay
York. It's New York. Whoever's in New York, I don't care if it's replay. They're the ones that make that call if it was overturned. I've heard them all say
and I get
it's New York.
Yeah, I just that
So I don't know why you'd be punished if you're not making that call.
that was a fumble. That was a fumble. But hey, Texans started the season 0-3.
No.
Now they've won 8
That-
straight games.
Titans were up 10-0.
Yep.
Then there was 21 unanswered points.
Yep. So that's our recap.
And recap picks. You went 6-0. I went 5-1.
Yes, it is.
So right now you are 28-14. I am 27-15. We're gonna be getting into some more of the wonky games where it's gonna be. I think we might not be picking the same,
Oh, I agree on that.
or we might be all picking the same.
Right.
I don't know. And here's the thing: stupid Detroit at home against a team that didn't have their starting quarterback. They choked. I will never again pick the Lions. Just won't happen. Never.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the flip side.